Hello, it's Miss LaRose. In this video, I'm going to be making a paper card using some of the paper from one of my other videos. You're going to need pattern paper, solid paper, writing utensils, scissors, glue. You might also need a ruler, but it is possible to do this without a ruler. So I'm first going to make my card smaller by taking this 9x12 piece of paper and folding it in half so that I only use half of this pattern paper to make a card. Once I fold it in half, I can cut on that crease line with my scissors and I will have a piece that is 6 inches by 9 inches instead. And that's a much easier sized card to manage. If you want to make a bigger card, you can follow similar steps to do that. I'm just going to pick one of these pieces to keep for my card, the other is going to go back with my other paper. The color I picked for the solid part of my paper is blue because there's blue in the pattern and I think it'll look nice together. I folded my pattern piece and then I need to make sure that my blue paper is big enough to be the background. So the blue paper needs to have a border around the edge of the pattern paper on all sides. That border, according to my ruler, is 1/2 inch. So I need to go on the other side of my paper and mark a 1/2 inch spot in 2 different places off the side of my pattern paper, so I know that that border will be in that space. I line up those 2 marks, use my ruler to draw that line, and then I can trim my paper so that it will be the bottom background piece for my card. Next, I need to fold this in half. And I'm going to match up my top piece with my background piece to make a card that has 2 colors, solid and patterned. When I glue this, I only glue on one side of my pattern paper so that I don't use too much glue, because if there's a lot of glue it's going to make your card a little wrinkly. So I'm only gluing on 1/2 of the fold, and then I'm going to close it and open it very quickly. That way it won't glue it shut, but it will get glue all over the inside on the edges. And I can attach it to the blue piece of paper by flipping it over and matching the creases together and making sure that it's in the middle so that that border that I measured is going to be there. So I'm pressing it on that crease and applying pressure across the pattern paper. Now I have to choose which side is going to be the front. Both are pretty nice. I'm going to go with this side and I'm going to add a message to the front. Now you can decide what the card is for. That's going to change the message. You could turn it into a birthday card, a get well card, a happy greetings for a holiday of some sort, or you could just do it as a card to be nice, or as a card to tell someone you love them, or you care about them, or you miss them. Just put a message on there that makes sense for what you want your card to say. My card is saying, "You are the best." And I'm using lots of different types of lettering so that you can see different examples. If you want your lettering to all be the same, that's totally fine. You could also just write in your neatest handwriting. It doesn't have to have any sort of artistic style to it. I prefer to have a combination of different styles, both word art and regular handwriting. I think it looks cool that way. This sort of design process is all up to you though. Choose the letter style that you like. now that I have the words on that I want, I'm going to add some little embellishments. That's extra details to just make the words stand out and look more decorated. Cards are a really great way to make people know that you're thinking about them, so I would consider maybe writing a message inside and sending a card to somebody you care about.